Welcome to musicmoveit.com. I am Torio, and today I want to talk about do's and don'ts of music marketing. I want to thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you checking out my channel and this video. If you like the video in the end, don't forget to give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I do tons of videos on music, business tips and advice and things like that. Also, don't forget to look down in the description below. There are tons of things down there to help you further your music career. There's ebooks you can download. There's even discounts on services for like TuneCore and DistroKid, Bandzoogle. So if you need that distribution, check out those links and you'll get a discount off your first release or the first year, or depending whatever the circumstances are. Now, let's get into this. So marketing your music on social media can be a tricky thing. You obviously don't want to be spammy. You don't want it to be too much on your profile where all you talk about is your music. You want to mix things up a little bit. So it's not like people get boring of your profile just constantly talking about your music, or it's just only this and they get sick of it and eventually they either unfriend you or they block you or they take a break from you somehow, some way. And you don't really gain any fans that way. So I was browsing around and I came across something on Pinterest that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's a music marketing cheat sheet for social media. So let's check this out. So as you can see here at the top, it says music marketing cheat sheet. It says, want to make sure you aren't spamming or boring your fans, but still get your content out effectively. The 70-20-10 rule is essential for social media success. Now let's see exactly what they say. Now the first part is, it says 70% branding posts. So it says 70% of your posts should be about your brand. Photos of you in the studio, video clips from performances, vlogs, text posts about your projects and career. Which makes sense because that's really what you want to get out there. 20% of your post should be networking and miscellaneous. Talking about music that you like, sharing tracks from others, random photos of you at the gym, the club, or just being yourself. And then the 10% of your posts should be sales posts. It says 10% of posts should be promoting and selling. Post where they can buy your single, purchase tickets, and view your crowdfunding campaign. So things like that, basically. It says, remember, these are base numbers to showcase a healthy mix of posts. Tweak for your own brand, but it's certainly an industry standard to ensure you have a great variety of content for fans. Now, if you think about it, they are absolutely correct. You don't want to bore people. You don't want people to unfriend you just because you keep posting the same thing every day. Like, hey, download my single, or hey, I'm on Spotify. If they see that every day, they're going to get so freaking sick of it. So like this states, you want to mix it up with these types of other posts as well, so it's not as boring. I think it's a great idea, and you should try to follow a rule similar to this. Now let's see what else they had to say. Now this one says, how often should I post? It's always quality over quantity when it comes to music marketing. However, if you have a great mix of content, here's some guidelines to follow. Facebook, twice a day. Remember, Facebook isn't real time. A post you make on Monday might still be visible on Wednesday. Therefore, you don't need to post too frequently on this outlet. And I think a lot of people screw things up on Facebook like that. They constantly post the same thing like every few hours of the day. There's been plenty of artists that I've unfriended from there because it was just too much. I got sick of seeing the same thing. Now, Twitter, they say 3 times a day. Since Twitter is very much real time, a minimum of 3 well-spaced out posts a day is ideal. Feel free to post more as long as they are spread out. Now, Instagram, 1+ a day. If you can post daily on Instagram, by all means do. Ensure your posts are spread out evenly and keep up consistency. At the bottom it says, while Facebook has a pretty strong recommended daily max, Twitter and Instagram are a bit more liberal. If you want to be more frequent on Twitter and Instagram, just ensure your posts are well spread out. Also, don't forget the 70-20-10 rule. Keep your fans engaged and ensure you're remaining authentic. This is so true. Don't bore these people. Mix up the content. Don't just promote your music. Like they said in the last one, put up pictures of you in the studio, chilling with friends, writing songs, video of you in the studio, all kinds of stuff like that. People like to see. So try doing that. Now the last part that was on here is, it says, what's up with hashtags? Hashtags are useful for some, but not so much for others. How many hashtags should you use for each outlet? Now on Twitter it says 1 to 2. It says Twitter is the OG of hashtags. However, studies show that 1 to 2 hashtags is the sweet spot. After more than 2, engagement begins to go down. So that's interesting. I never really heard that before, but it is something to think about. Facebook, it says 0 to 1 hashtags. Studies show that 0 to 1 hashtags on Facebook garner the most interaction. Hashtags on Facebook really isn't necessary and isn't recommended. I didn't realize that either. And I'm sure a lot of people don't realize that either, because I see tons of artists on Facebook. They will have, seriously, like I've seen some artists put like 50 hashtags in a post, and it's just ridiculous. So now you don't really need to put a billion of them. Now, Instagram, it says no limit. Instagram users actually do rely on hashtags to find new users, follow topics, and more. There isn't a recommended limit, and hashtags are certainly recommended, as long as you don't go overboard. Include as many as you deem fit. So that's interesting. And it makes a lot of sense, because I have found subjects on Instagram through hashtags that I like, and it's brought me to other people and all things like that. Now, if you have trouble thinking up hashtags, just put things like, say you're promoting a new song. You might want to put hashtag your artist or band name, hashtag new music, hashtag recording artist, hashtag music artist, hashtag music producer if you produced a track or something like that. Hashtag, if it's something of you in the studio, hashtag recording studio. It has to be things that people find relevant and that they'll realize that it's a subject that they want to view, and they might want to click on a hashtag, and then your post comes up from that. So there are sites out there. If you go to Google and type in hashtag generator, there's a few sites out there that you put a keyword in and hit go, and it'll generate a bunch of hashtags off of that one keyword, like different subjects, and it's a great useful tool. There's a few of them out there. They're free, and try them out if you have a hard time thinking of relatable hashtags for your posts. But don't do many on Twitter. Don't do any, if maybe one on Facebook, and you can go to town on Instagram. Also, if you do TikTok, they seem to work as well, but I've heard don't do any more than 5 on TikTok, because then it gets kind of ignored. But that's basically it. Now, I hope this video helped you out in some way to open your mind more on marketing on social media, and I appreciate you watching. Please give it a like. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. You'll enjoy some of my past videos on here and things like that. And don't forget to go down in the description below and check out all that stuff that could help further your career. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next video.